This is Roxrite. This is Lilou. Two world champion b-boys turning their cameras on the world's greatest b-boy crews. This is the Crew Code. Established 2005 in Tilburg, Netherlands. The crew is Hustlekidz, shaking the foundations of breaking with pure attitude. The code is character. And this is an inside look at the underground culture of b-boy crews.
Hustlekidz is a bunch of unorganized dudes together, sharing the same love and the same approach of b-boying. It's my friends, my family. The crew Hustlekidz is created from the crew called Funky Styles. That was like the best crew from my hometown, from Tilburg. Everybody never had a real job because everybody was hustling from breaking.
When we started the crew, I more had the feeling like, okay, this is really gonna be something good in my life, you know? But this is really where we start, huh?
Like that's the really beginning of it?
It's the beginning of Hustlekidz, of breakdance. Yeah, we just started by hanging out, man. It was more chilling, like all the kids came together at this place. We used to hang around, and we know a little bit breakdance from television, and we saw one crew, Funky Styles. That was the first time in my life I saw real breakdance, you know? I saw a guy doing flips, electric boogie, and on one arm, bro, and he started to jump, and I was like, nah, no way, you know? We start to dance everywhere. Every moment we can dance, we have free time, we want to move, you know? Just a lot of energy when you're young, you know? Especially when you're with your guys, you want to show off. So we start to do the move. After I started to do hang glide, you know, spin, and after it became jackhammer, you know? So I used to do my record all the time, you know, because I have the energy of the people, and then I do maybe 30, 40 times on one hand, you know?
So like when you was in a battle, you have more energy than practice time, right?
More energy, you know, because it's real. The beef, you know? When they come, West, okay, they got this guy, this guy, this guy.
You have to represent
I have to
them,
represent,
you know?
I have to represent, you know? You never know who you're gonna meet. And when you see the guys, it was, you know, you wait, and then, okay, we go.
So you come and you don't know what will happen on that day. Maybe just chill, maybe battling, maybe some trouble. You have to be ready for anything.
You have to be ready for anything, bro.
Tilburg City!
Welcome.
Wanting more than just their public housing and promenade limits, a posse of like-minded dancers had now formed, each struggling though with their own identity, needing an outlet and looking for somewhere to belong.
Hey Joe, how's it going?
Good, how you guys doing?
Yeah, you know, we've been keeping up on your book and doing some research on breaking for something that we're doing, crew episode stuff. Now we just wanted to ask you if you could maybe go into depth a bit about the characters and breaking and people's character when they dance. And
Yeah, I feel like character is a really important aspect of breaking, and I think that just comes from its roots, where sort of the whole basis of the dance was about expressing who you are, making a statement about I'm important, the people in my community are important, and here's why.
When we were young, he was the quiet one and I was the wild one, you know? So that's yin and yang. And we just make a little fun of him, you know? Because, you know, he was the quiet one. He never did something crazy.
Hey.
Stop. Je hebt echt gebeurd.
We saw like Pokemon, Renegade Rockers, skill methods, style elements, boogie breads, heavy choral, and we were like, fuck, we want to go to that level too, you know? We both quitted school, we lived in the same neighborhood, we just trained hard, man.
Two boys living their dreams. The gamble paid off. Introverted, young Menno and reckless, street-smart Cisco led the central dynamic of Hustlekidz to rise through the global ranks, kicking ass and taking titles. Boosting each other like brothers, Menno had found his confidence, but Cisco was still caught between the streets and the stadium.
There was also a time Cisco wasn't really busy with dancing, he was just busy doing other stupid shit, so...
Yeah. I was always a little bit in trouble because I was fighting a lot. Being a rebel in the streets, you meet other guys with different energy, you know? So I start to chill with other people with money, and at some point we start to steal. We want to make money, and I let the dance a little bit, so I was fucking up a lot. When I was in really trouble, I was in jail, I think shit, man, I was always the good guy, you know? I have to stick with him more, you know? He's more serious, he's serious about his game.
So as we bring good balance in each other.
Very good balance.
On a path of self-fulfillment and purpose, as changed men, Cisco and Menno have absorbed younger members with emotional challenges into their bastion of safety. That is Crew.
When I was 3 years old, my parents adopted me from Colombia. I came from Colombia to Holland.
The postman come here at the door and knocked on the door, and I get a letter, and in the letter was a picture from Jeffrey. This is your son.
I don't know my real parents. I started school. I feel different. I get like mad, like because I'm human.
No fighting, no fighting! No touching, no touching!
I use the moment on stage because I really want to show people like who I am. Everybody's screaming, and that's the point for me. I get like more energy, and I get like, wow.
We know what he can do, and when they make him angry, he can do a lot of things.
My parents always try to motivate me. Talk is cheap, you know, but dance and battle, you know, that's for me the solution of the problem.
The act of transcending one's personal self through the b-boy character, I think, is one of the deeper kind of spiritual aspects of breaking. You're creating kind of a heightened version of yourself.
This is where we train, man. As a crew, you all together, you have to be, everybody have to come out different and hard, you know, to kill it.
Yeah, because some crew, each member dance the
It's
same
like
way.
a little bit the same,
Same
yeah.
way, so be as a crew, but strong together, but each one dancer have his own skill.
Have his own skill. When somebody do a move, for example, that looks like Menno's, I say you have to change it, you know, because
Yeah.
maybe it's gonna look the same like Menno, you know.
I think a lot of times crews will have a collective character that comes from their members, and that's often a circular process. People want to join a crew because it seems to be receptive to who they are, and then once they join, that reinforces the larger overall character. I think what happens with the best crews is that those two things work together, that each person's strength plays an important part within the larger identity of the crew.
We are all brothers, you know, and we try to do all different things, and we try to do it together. Nobody's the same in a crew, you know. Everybody got their own moves, their own mind stage. You have to show up like yourself, you know. You have to show people who you are, where you're from, and like what you're representing.
If you think breaking is just about power or air flitters or whatever, that's not that impressive, but it's what it means that's important. So it's like you're competing with your personalities in a way.
Can you explain like what is your identity and what you want to put in your dance, you know? Because when you're on the floor and when you are outside, you're totally different. you know?
I'm not really different. I'm more like, I'm not that guy that's like moving in the camera, you know. I'm still kind of shy in my dance. When I battle, it's like everything just comes out, you know. It's a totally different switch.
People know my character. I'm always crazy about looking and playing with my face. Look at you crazy, stand in front of you. And that's who I am, that's who I represent. I'm from Tilburg City, and that makes my character, my style, my way of moving, you know? It was like, this is really me when you see me dance.
Hustlekidz, a posse of brothers that channeled their energy to become champs. They live by one question. What is your character?
Did it? Alright, Roxrite. So do you feel you're part of the history inside the crew?
I think with this series, you know, the fact that we're able to dig deep into the crew movement, the crew culture of breaking, you get to see the way that each crew kind of moves by, what they live by, their code, the way that they represent, the way we break and the way we are, especially me and you, where careers are based on individualism, making noise on our own. For me, it brought me back to reminding me how important your crew is.
I feel like I miss my crew right now because like we're all the time on the road, like, you know, it's remind me like when I was young with my crew, practicing all the time, traveling, and all these memories, you know, and the vibes.
They also are the ones that help mold us. They help mold our styles. They help create the way we break. They help evolve the way we move even today.
Since I went to their crew, know their mentality, their lifestyle, I can understand like why this crew dance like this. By the clothing, by the spirit, by the how they dance, how they move, where and how they live. Each crew is different, and that's the b-boy history.